think now more than ever, it's important for people in our industry to be focused on employee engagement, because it takes so much and you have to understand so much of all of those different aspects. My name's Julia Chalmers. I'm the Head of Employee Engagement for SSE. When we're measuring employee engagement, we look at three really core strands of employee engagement to give us a full picture about why anybody would call us a good or a great place to work. We always start with strategic engagement, which is all about that sense of purpose. Do people feel like they're part of something? Do they feel like they're contributing to something worthwhile? Is it meaningful? Do they understand the strategy of the organisation? But the big hitting item there is, do they trust the senior leaders and the people who are taking us in that direction? If they have faith in that senior leader population, then typically they'll have a better understanding and more trust in the strategy of the organisation, and that sense of purpose is absolutely core. The second thing that we look at is cultural engagement, which is all about how it feels to work here. And so we ask a lot of questions about what we believe are the core strands of our culture. So from an SSE perspective, that's very much safety, it's very much inclusion, and the third strand of that would be ethics and doing the right thing and decision making. So we ask lots of questions about standards and behaviours that we expect from a safe, inclusive and ethical organisation, and we ask lots of questions about behaviours as well. So do we set the right standards and do we accept the right behaviours? And that gives us a really full picture of how it feels to work in our organisation. And the last part is about ways of working, and this is much more practical. So this is about the day-to-day. How are you set up for success? Do you feel like we are making it easy for you to be successful, or do you feel like it's a difficult thing to be successful at our company? And we ask lots of questions. We start with well-being and workload and those sorts of questions, and work-life balance and stress. We ask about your relationship with your line manager and if that is strong and you're having the right conversations and you feel supported. And then we ask a lot of questions about your actual team, and if your team is set up for success, and if you can collaborate, and if you're empowered to make decisions, and these types of questions, if you can voice your own opinions. And we get a really full picture of the practical element of employee engagement about actually, do people feel like we are enabling them to come in and do a good job? We pull all of that together and we get a really full picture of where we're doing well, where we're not doing so well, where certain parts of business need to focus their attention, and action planning is based on that. So from a employee engagement perspective, that's how we look at it. And then added to that are all the different layers that you're able to add into that, which is, do men feel the same as women? Do people in the north feel the same as people in the south? Do people who've made the transition from oil and gas feel the same as the people who've worked with us for a long time? We ask lots and lots of questions to understand if there are core groups who feel slightly differently than the other core groups. And again, that helps us to add some quality to the action plan, and it's not just a one size fits all.